Um, my name's Meg Mansfield and I'm looking at the camera. I come from Derbyshire in the UK, and my placement is here in Mae Sot on the Thai-Burma border. And my placement was to do some inclusive education training to enable children with special needs to go into mainstream school. However, that didn't happen because we discovered that a lot of the children with special needs were not in school at all. In fact, they were tucked away in their houses, really not having very much contact with outside folks other than their family. So this is why it was decided that we would open a special educational needs centre in Mae Sot. This whole area that you can see was like a storeroom, really, a storage centre for world education. So we were offered to use this room for our school, and we cleared it all out. We had a decorating party one weekend, and we got it all decorated and looking good, but very empty. And then quite a lot of us went out shopping, seeing whether we could buy enough equipment in Mae Sot to open up the school. We already had our children because we'd assessed them earlier, and we knew that there were lots of children who had no opportunities at all to come to a centre where they were going to be stimulated and allowed to play and just mix with other children. The change has been astronomical in all the children, mainly because they started from nowhere, really. They'd had no education, not a lot of stimulus, no contact with people. So when they came here, they were just ready to blossom, and that's what they did. And in fact, the centre is called the Starflower Centre, so these are our starflowers. I should really retire. I'm well past retirement age. So just to be able to work here, I think, is quite a privilege. Mae Sot is a really interesting place because it is a true border town. We're right on the border with Burma here. And of course, we work with Burmese people rather than with the Thai people. And it's everything that you expect of a border town. It's bustling, it's busy, the drivers are absolutely mad. There's loads of shops, and it's a good place to live, really. I have a motorbike, which is great, I love it. I had some training in England before I came, and which was brilliant, if a little daunting, because we did it in the middle of winter and we went across the Pennines in mist and rain and such like. But it was well worth it because when I got here, I was quite confident about riding a motorbike. So, yeah, it's good. I love it. My social life revolves around people that I've met in Mae Sot. We go out to dinner quite a lot. It's cheaper to go out to dinner than it is to cook, so we go out to dinner quite often. And we go for drinks in the bars and that kind of thing. Sometimes we meet up in the afternoon at the weekend and go on our motorbikes and try and discover things. I've discovered lots of waterfalls quite a long way away. I went on a waterfall hunt one weekend. That was good. We went on trying to find obscure temples afternoon once and things like that. When I first came out here, I joined a cohort who were learning Thai, and that was really useful because it gave us a good grounding in, if only how to order food or ask questions. Sometimes even now, I plan what I'm going to say, work it out in my head so that I can say it in Thai. But here at the centre, because our children are all Burmese or Karen, the normal language is Burmese. So I've had to learn a bit of Burmese as well in order to communicate with the children. The teachers speak better English than I speak Burmese, but we do have difficulties. But I have a world education colleague called Yusana, whose English is wonderful. So with her here, there isn't a problem at all. My accommodation is brilliant. I got a lovely little house, which is, as you go down the little lane towards it, it's like a little oasis. It's just like being in the middle of the jungle. It's just beautiful. And I have my breakfast out on my porch every morning, and there are butterflies, dozens of butterflies, and loads of birds, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. I love it. I have learned an awful lot about the situation here, which I don't think that the rest of the world know a lot about. I don't know why. It just doesn't seem to have as big a profile as some other problem areas in the world. But it is a very complicated and complex area to work in, and it's so interesting. So I've learned a lot about the sort of cultural differences, about the different ethnic groups that live along the border, and all the problems that they have in living in Burma. After all, that's why our children are here, because they are displaced people from Burma. You know, they can't live at home because there's nothing there for them. So that's why they live here. And that has been very humbling, I think, to work with people like I do, that have nothing. They have nothing. If they don't work, they don't eat. You know, it's very, very basic, the kind of life that they lead. And I feel privileged because when they come here, you know, the parents come all the time to join in what we're doing, and they are just so lovely and so appreciative, I think, of what we do. But of course, the biggest change is with the children, and they've just been wonderful to work with, and it's been my privilege and an honour. This is Zaza, and he was one of our biggest challenges when he first came to the centre, because he's somewhere on this sort of autistic spectrum disorder, and it also has quite a few obsessions, which he follows assiduously every day. But it was his behaviour that was... that's one of your obsessions, isn't it? Yeah, no mask. Mashibu. Mashibu. When he first came, he worried the teachers no end, because they had no control over him at all. He just didn't... Ballon, tie. Because they wouldn't do anything that they asked of him. He used to run around hitting people, throwing things, kicking the ball, running out here, trying to get through the gate. He had one word, which was "ma," just like that. Oh, yes. And now he can say 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. Ooh. And he can say Mingalaba. Mingalaba. And he can say Zaza'an. And we set about trying to make him a happier boy, and the teachers happier people to have him. Zaza'an.